Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. International fashion model Pritika Swarup is the perfect combination of brains and beauty as a successful industry player who is using her influence to change the scene and put a smile on people's faces, all while studying economics and psychology at Columbia University. She's visiting Expresso while in South Africa, and we are going to pick her brains about the industry and her passions. So please let us give this international fashion model Pritika a very warm Expresso. Welcome. Make some noise. Let me tell you, the boys have never looked this happy on a Friday, so it's clearly not me. It has to be you. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
It is so good to have you here. I always love finding out how people first got into the industry that they're in. And I think something that's quite interesting is that you originally wanted to become a medical professional, and then you were scouted in a place that I don't know many people are kind of found at. Tell us more about that story.
So I was on vacation with my family at Disney World, and usually like model scouts will be in malls and just places where they can, see more like a diverse group of people. So I remember when he's my manager now, Daryl, he had approached us, and my parents were kind of shocked because coming from a place like Virginia, you don't really expect like modeling to be a profession that it is. So yeah, it was a little bit, it was very surprising. And, we spoke to him for a while, and next thing I knew, I was like moving to New York at the age of 17 and starting my career there.
That is amazing. I absolutely love that. I mean, we read of stories like that every single day, but to meet someone who is actually just on holiday with her family, got discovered, and is now having one of the most illustrious careers. I mean, you've been featured in publications like Cosmopolitan, Vogue, Elle magazine. What does it take to be a high-end fashion model like you are?
I would say, when you start a career in an industry like the fashion industry, you aren't exactly taught, you're not exactly taught anything really. You kind of just dive into the deep end, and through those experiences you pick up things. But I would say dedication and commitment to your craft. So you really have to work at it and just stay true to yourself and keep going, because I think a lot of people will, always try to bring you down and tell you you're not going to be able to do this. So you're kind of the one that's I am going to do this.
You know what? You could be one of those people that just looks out for number one. You could be about yourself. You could be about just focusing on your own career and where you're going. But you decided to be a voice as well. You're part of the Model Alliance, which is all about, being someone who is for equal opportunities and practices within the modeling industry. Why is this so important to you?
Well, I think that the Model Alliance is an amazing organization, and because in the industry there can be some gray areas, and so many different areas of society is exposed to this industry, and so it's up to us to hold ourselves to a higher standard and set that example. So that's one of the things, whether it's reflecting the diversity globally, which is something that's really prominent now in the industry, where people are really trying to expand that. But I just feel like that is something that we should all set ourselves to, that higher goal. So I really believe that that's what the industry does.
I love that. Something else that I love is the reason why you're in South Africa at the moment. You are an ambassador for Operation Smile.
Yes.
Tell us more about how that partnership came together.
Oh gosh, so I started with Operation Smile when I was in middle school. I was just in the student programs club, and throughout that time, the mission always resonated with me, and I built up and grew with the organization. And when I was scouted as a model, it just kind of my whole life changed. I went back. I went to New York and kind of lost connection with the organization. But fast forward to a trip to India, I ended up meeting a bunch of orphans with cleft lips, and that made me go back to the organization. And next thing I knew, I was their ambassador, and since then I've just been traveling and trying to promote their mission and the organization, and really just about cleft conditions and raising awareness. So that's been one of my main goals.
And what is it like being in South Africa and, of course, experiencing the country and hopefully all the talent that we have to offer as well?
I mean, it's incredible. I've been here since Tuesday evening.
Okay.
And
all 3 days.
All 3 days.
Yeah.
Mostly spent at the hotel, recovering from jet lag. But at the same time, even like just having the different, like the indigenous food, I mean, I really love it. And I think coming from my hometown, India, too, I just, like, there's a lot of similarities, which I found really interesting. And I'm just really excited to like have a weekend and experience the culture.
Well, it's going to be a beautiful weekend weather-wise. I think you're absolutely going to enjoy it. But thank you so much for joining us and lending your voice to an important platform like Operation Smile, making a difference every step of the way, being a part of the Model Alliance, fighting for equality for all models and people. And I think that that's why you are absolutely stunning. We've got international model Pritika Swarup at our Feel Good Breakfast Show, and she has been absolutely incredible. One more hand for this absolute beauty.
Thank you so much.